This is the story of a little boy named Paul, who lived with his mother and father in a beautiful house. His mother was elegant, but always felt unlucky in life. No matter how much money she had, it was never enough. One day, Paul asked his mother, "Why don't we have enough money?" She replied coldly, "Because your father has no luck." The boy decided, "I must be lucky, I will make money." Paul had a rocking horse in his room, a toy. But it was no ordinary toy. Paul believed that when he rode the rocking horse fast enough, it would show him the name of the winning horse in real races. Paul secretly began betting on horse races with the help of the gardener Bassett. He began winning, and winning big. Soon, Paul gave his mother a huge amount of money, anonymously. But instead of peace, the house whispered louder, "There must be more money, more money." His mother spent it quickly. Still, she wasn't happy. Paul kept riding his rocking horse, harder and faster. He wanted to prove he was lucky, to make his mother love him. As a big race approached, Paul was restless. He wanted to know the winner. One night, his mother came home and found Paul in a trance, rocking wildly on the horse. "It's Malabar! Malabar will win!" he cried before collapsing. He was burning with fever. Malabar won. Paul made thousands. But he never woke up. His uncle said, "He's better off now. He was a lucky boy." His mother sobbed beside him. "Manafar." Yes, he was lucky. But it cost him everything. Moral message. This story tells us that love is more important than money, and that obsession can destroy even the purest heart. The Necklace. A Story of Pride and Regret, by Guy de Maupassant. In the streets of 19th century Paris lived a woman named Mathilde Loisy, young, beautiful, and discontent. Though married to a modest clerk, Mathilde longed for luxury, jewels, silk dresses, and grand parties. She believed she was born for something more. Not a small apartment with plain furniture and dull meals. One day her husband came home with a big smile. Look, an invitation to the minister's ball. But instead of joy, Mathilde frowned. "I have nothing to wear, how can I go?" Her kind husband used all his savings to buy her a new gown. Still, Mathilde wanted more. Something elegant around her neck. She went to her wealthy friend Madame Forestier and borrowed a dazzling diamond necklace. At the ball Mathilde was stunning, admired, envied, the queen of the evening. She danced with joy, her heart finally full, but when the night ended, tragedy struck. The necklace, it's gone. Ashamed, Mathilde and her husband didn't tell the truth. Instead, they bought a replacement, costing 36,000 francs. To pay the debt, they sold everything. For 10 long years they lived in poverty. Mathilde worked endlessly, scrubbing floors, washing clothes, aging before her time. One day, she met Madame Forestier again. Proud of her suffering, Mathilde confessed, "I lost your necklace. I replaced it. We've spent 10 years repaying the cost." Madame Forestier stared at her, shocked. "Oh, Mathilde, but my necklace was fake. It was worth at most 500 francs. Mathilde's world collapsed. 10 years lost for nothing. She had paid the price of pride, not the necklace. Moral of the story. Be content with what you have. Vanity and pride can lead to lifelong regret. The Last Seat. It was a rainy evening. The city was tired, soaked, and silent. An old man boarded a crowded bus, his umbrella dripping, his legs trembling. There was only one seat left, and it was right beside a young man in his 20s, scrolling on his phone. The old man moved toward the seat slowly, but just before he could sit, a woman in a business suit rushed in and slid into the spot without looking up. The old man paused, smiled faintly, and grabbed onto a pole to stand. He hesitated, looked up from his phone, then stood and offered his own seat. The old man smiled again. This time, deeper. "Thank you, son. I was hoping someone like you still existed." The bus rumbled on. A few stops later, the young man reached the door to get off. As he stepped down into the rain, the old man called out from behind, "You gave up your comfort today, but may the world never take your kindness away." Moral of the story. In a world full of rush, be the one who pauses to notice. Small acts of kindness leave lifelong echoes.